I am Staff Sergeant Formula Signals Dave Jarvis, and this video is part of a series of vlogs I'm doing with the aim of improving and encouraging cycling around the raw course signals. Today I'm going to continue talking about getting your bike set up correctly, or bike fitting. Last time I talked about footwear, cleats and pedals. Today I'm going to talk about getting your saddle sorted out. Now it's important to get your cycling position sorted for three reasons. The first, and in my opinion the most important, is comfort. If you're not comfortable, it's going to impact your enjoyment, simple as that. The second is efficiency, getting the most out of it for the least amount of effort. Winner, regardless of why you're trying to do it. The last is injury prevention, making sure everything's turning the way it's supposed to turn, otherwise it could end up being what could start as an ache or a little niggle, could end up becoming something more painful or a more serious injury further down the line. Now, in getting your bike set up, first thing, the most important thing to do is when you get your bike is make sure you get the correct size, okay? Any half-decent cycling shop should square you away, but there's plenty of guides on the internet. Just search bike sizing guide and there's a whole raft of different ones to choose from. It isn't rocket science, it's pretty straightforward. Once you've got the correct size bike, the next stage then is to get your feet squared away, get your cleat position sorted out if you're using them, get your pedals sorted out, all that sort of stuff. Once you've got your feet sorted, then we move on to the saddle. And the first thing you want to do is get the saddle height right, okay? So, adjust it to the point where you're sat in the saddle, pedals are at the lowest point, with your heel in the pedal while you're sat in the saddle, heel in the pedal, your legs should be completely locked out and straight, okay? From there, when you slide your foot back to the ball of your foot, the comfortable riding position, you should find a slight bend in your knee. And that should be you pretty much good to give it a good start, okay? Taking that a stage further, you can use the Monde Formula, named after a famous American cyclist, although it was actually his coach that came up with it. Get yourself a tape measure, measure your inseam, the inside of your leg, and times it by 0.885, okay? And that will tell you the distance between the bottom bracket and the top of the saddle, okay? And that should be you pretty much on, okay? Be prepared to test and adjust though. Everybody's different, everybody has their own little preferences. Formulas and hints and tips and opinions are all well and good. They'll get you to a 99% of the way there, but it's down to you to decide where your sweet spot is, where you're most comfortable. Key thing is if you're getting pain in the front of your knee, it could be that your seat's too low. You're getting pain in the back of your knee, it could be that it's too high. Getting your mates to watch it while you're out riding the group's a good thing, obviously COVID dependent of course. If you're rocking your hips, that's a good combat indicator that you're too high. If there's too much bend in your legs, again, it could be too low. But yeah, be prepared to test and adjust. A simple Allen key in your back pocket while you're out cycling, they usually come on a cycling multi-tools. That could be all you need just to do that little tweak and then away you go again. But yeah, once you've got the height sorted, the next bit is to get the forward and back squared away. And the way to do that is with the pedal in a horizontal position this time, with the leading leg, make sure the back of your kneecap lines up with the centre of the pedal spindle, okay? And that is that part there, the point where the pedal connects to the bike, okay? To get it that bit more accurate, get yourself a plumb line, a bit of string with a weight on it, hold it above your knee so that it lines up with your back of your kneecap, and then it hangs down in front of the pedal spindle. And there you go, jobs are good. If it doesn't line up, move the seat forward or back until it does. Simple as that. And then the last thing you want to do before you get everything locked down is make sure you get it all horizontal, okay? So get yourself a box down to spirit level and just put it over the main body of the saddle and make sure it all lines up. Keep it at zero, sorry. I will caveat all that with the fact that it is personal preference, okay? All these formulas, all the hints, tips, everything are only as good as they're only as good to get you to 99% of the way there. You need to be prepared to test and adjust to get it to 100% to your sweet spot, okay? It's fairly common to have slight imbalances in your legs, in leg length, slight differences in your feet. It's down to you. So biggest top tip I'll give you here is carry a little Allen key with you or a bike multi-tool and just be prepared to test and adjust. Take any hints on from your mates if you're out cycling in a group, COVID dependent of course. Yeah, it might take you a few rides, but it's worth taking the time to get it right, okay? But be prepared to test and adjust and pay attention to the little niggles, okay? Those little niggles could be the combat indicator that something needs to be tweaked. And it's rather better to pay attention to them early on than it is to let them develop into something more serious, okay? If you've got any questions, if you're a more experienced cyclist and you've got any other hints that you can give, add them in the comments or direct message me. Happy with either. If you have any other topic suggestions, again, add them in the comments or direct message me. If I can get them in, I will. I'm more than happy to help. As always, thank you very much for your time and look forward to the next one.